Welcome to Module 3 of the Professional Tax Preparer program. In Module 2, you became a 1040 expert. In Module 3, we introduce you to the world of business organizations and their tax concerns. This module is a practical companion to Module 2, as it gives you experience in completing each of the schedules and forms common to business organizations. In Session 1, Business Entities, we will introduce you to the various business types and why one may be chosen over another. In Sessions 2 through 4, you will learn tax concepts in accounting, elements of business financial statements, and how to report gain and loss on dispositions of business property. With the fundamentals under your belt, you will be able to learn how to apply them on the tax forms. Sessions 5 through 8 will train you in Schedule C for sole proprietorships, Form 1065 for partnerships, Form 1120 for C corporations, and finally, Form 1120S for S corporations. As with every module in the Professional Tax Preparer program, at the conclusion of each session, we include a number of valuable tax-saving tips that you won't want to miss. Each has the potential of saving you and your clients hundreds and, in many cases, thousands of dollars in taxes or penalties. At the conclusion of Module 3, you will be able to address the majority of small business concerns and successfully complete their tax returns. Now it's time to get started and become comfortable with business taxes.
Welcome to Session 1, Business Entities. In this first session, Business Entities, you will be introduced to the various common forms of organizational structures used by businesses today. These business entities include sole proprietorships, partnerships, C corporations, S corporations, personal service corporations, and limited liability companies. Each of these business entities has its own advantages and disadvantages. It is important to understand each of them so you can more effectively advise your clients which is best for them tax-wise in their particular business situations. Now, here's your instructor, Alan Bostrom.
This entire module, made up of 8 sessions, focuses on profitable business returns. This particular session will focus on important business concepts that may not be tax-specific, but which are still critical to a business's overall success and profitability. As a professional tax preparer, you need to know these basics to establish your own credibility with the taxpayer. I'll start by introducing you to the different types of business entities, and then in the next session I'll continue with the discussion of accounting methods and other important business concepts. These concepts provide a basic foundation for the work you'll do as a tax specialist. In later sessions, you'll learn actual tax preparation concepts for each type of business entity, including a detailed description of how to prepare each of the forms I will mention in this session: Schedule C and Forms 1065, 1120, and 1120S. Important factors influence the type of business organization or entity type that is right for any given business. The workbook describes the characteristics of each business entity that I will introduce here. I will focus on the most significant characteristics of the various business entities, including sole proprietorships, partnerships, limited liability companies or LLCs, S corporations, C corporations, and personal service corporations or PSCs. Each of these business entities has advantages and disadvantages. You need to be able to advise your clients as to the pertinent characteristics of each for tax purposes, as they will be looking up to you as an advisor. There are federal guidelines as well as local and state regulations that apply to each business type. The best choice for one client is not always the best choice for another, and there are several factors to consider when a person is deciding the type of business entity to choose, and tax considerations are only one of those factors. Other factors include attitudes towards risk, legal issues, ownership preferences, and even family concerns. Upon completion of this session and chapter reading, you will be familiar with these factors, but unless you're an attorney, you must not advise a client on anything other than tax factors.